So Chris, a great 3-2 win here away at Taunton, 3 wins on the spin. How are you feeling?
I'm delighted. I'm really encouraged. The boys are buzzing in the change rooms to hear their kind of celebratory song. 3 games on the spin, 3 weeks on the spin. It's fantastic for their morale as well, and they're in a good groove. I know that the game today was tough. I thought our performance in the first half was very professional, very considered, very clever in our approach. And there were some key moments in the games that in previous weeks, in previous months, those key moments haven't gone for us. And today we made sure that they did. And at 2-0, Alex makes a really good save one-on-one, which again is another key moment that's gone really well for us. And we've gone up the other end with the last kind of knock-ins of the first half and gone in 3-0 at half-time. And it was a really professional performance. And we knew second half that Taunton would make a few changes. Tactically as well as personnel, and you know, we did our best to try and weather that storm, and the balls into the box kept coming, the throw-ins, the corners, and the pressure was building. But the way the boys have been over the last couple of weeks, last couple of games, is they've shown resilience. And although Taunton scored 2 goals in that second half, and we were able to see it through, and it's a real shot in the arm for the lads. I think that the way that they can play in different ways with the ball and then obviously without the ball. I'm really pleased with how they dealt with things. It was not an easy game by any stretch, and like I said, Taunton put a lot of pressure on us in the second half, and you know, that last kind of 10 minutes was nervy from the side, nervy from different areas, but it's great for the lads just to be able to see that through, because I think it would have been a real disappointment for all of us if we hadn't managed to see that through today.
How important is it that we have that professionalism to make sure that we don't drop those points, as we have in previous games, but now we're starting to show the grit? How important is it to maintain that going forward?
Well, I think that it comes from a little bit more of an inner belief. We trained really, really well on Tuesday. There were some excellent levels, and for me, those levels that we were able to produce in training allow us to see the game out like this today physically. The concentration, the levels. But there's still room for improvement. Don't get me wrong. You know, this wasn't a perfect performance by any stretch. Even in the first half, we weren't fantastic with the ball, but we found a way, and that's been a real positive for the group. Is that they're finding a way of scoring goals. They're finding a way of defending and protecting leads and managing the game. You know, even in the second half, we weren't fantastic in certain areas of the game to manage it, and. You know, decisions whether to go for a 4th goal or whether to try to have a little bit of possession and try and take the sting out of the game. You know, our decision making was a bit hit and miss in those regards. But the way that everyone that came on the pitch from the bench made a real positive impact, the physicality and you know, right in that last kind of 15-20 minutes, winning free kicks, securing the ball in good areas and showing his experience. Every single player has put in a real shift today and made a contribution, which makes it all the sweeter.
Obviously 3 wins from 3. We've got Hungerford at home next. How are we going to look to make sure that it's 4-4?
Well, first of all, we'll enjoy today. We'll enjoy the fact that we're in some good form and we've picked up some good points, and you know the table looks fonder for us. But in terms of moving forward, nothing changes. You know, we've got a week to prepare for another game, and we know it's another game which we're going to be tested in a lot of different ways. There also is the added kind of incentive of the return fixture that was, you know, not favourably for us. So, you know, we certainly have got a few sort of scores to settle in that regard, and it would be nice to be able to go into that game and show what we're really capable of. We didn't show ourselves properly in that game at all. So, yeah, first and foremost, we'll rest up. We'll get the right energy. We'll get the right rest and recuperation, and then we'll train Tuesday with the right attitude, and we'll start to pick apart how we can hurt Hungerford and what problems they'll cause us, and also have a plan on how we'll try and prevent that, because up until today I don't know the result, but they've been the informed team over a long period of time, and that's, you know, that winning feeling, that accumulation of points for them has put them in a really good run, and they're not going to be an easy team to play against for sure. So yeah, we'll do our due diligence, we'll do our research, and we'll put a plan together, and no doubt the boys will embrace it and look forward to the challenge.
Thank you, mate.
No worries.